Like what kind of professions, what kinds of treasures have you found lately in the tax code that you are if I came to you and said, look, my only goal in life, I'll do any kind of job, I'll do anything you want, I just want to pay less taxes. Well, you probably say, well, then stop working, but I want to make as much money as I can and pay as little taxes as I can. What would you advise me to do?
So that's an awesome question. Then I'm very interested in such a client. I think one of the greatest disservice that most of us in our profession do, especially towards the fall and the end of the year, is we begin to advise clients to stop making money, right? Yeah. I mean, because I deal with clients every day, new ones, and I hear that. And that's such a great disservice, right? Because that's not how it should work. Okay. And that's why in our firm, we have come up with our own framework of the journey that an entrepreneur who is truly desirous to get to a zero tax bracket or as close to a zero tax bracket as he or she can ever get, right? We have our framework of how to get there. A journey, even when you're flying by a supersonic jet, it's not going to get you there overnight. That's why I use that language. It's a journey. Now, that journey needs to be well planned out. Now, for most people, unfortunately, and this goes for about 65 to 80% of business owners, they are very cavalier in how they approach taxes. And what that does really is it takes off 13 years plus of your life. Because really, when you break down how much most people that are not doing tax planning are spending on taxes, if they had all that money over their average work life, they will get to their financial independence 13 years faster than many of
Wow.
them. Yeah. So I call it a 13 years plus jail term if you are casual with your tax planning. And so I typically will say to my audience or listeners, never come asking me if I can deduct X, Y, Z. Your question should always be, how can I deduct? Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Because those two questions are not the same. The mindset there is very different. And this
right.
is not about trying to play games or gamble with your taxes or trying to stand in front of an 18-wheeler truck. No. The idea is this is a code. The code is a rule. Section 162 of the code tells us what are deductible business expense. It says, okay, I have it as BOND in my bond acronym. B meaning it has a business purpose. O meaning it stands for ordinary or typical. N means it's necessary to either expand your geographical market or increase your profit. And then D, you document it. So I typically will use something as basic as the shirt I'm putting on. If I want this to become a deductible business expense, then I should be willing to change it from what it is right now and put maybe the name of my company here.
Right.
Just doing that has turned it a translated a ordinary share to becoming a business expense.
Right.
Okay. So the first thing is every entrepreneur must learn how to optimize their behavior so that most of their cash outflow can fall within the framework of BOND that allows them to make as much deductions as they can.